Climate change is occurring, and the implementation of sound conservation practices will be the only key for each country's health, social stability, and security. In a bid to make life better for the rural people who apparently constitute a larger population of the country, we effect, via Agroforestry, National Smallholder Farmers Association of Malawi, NASFAM, Farmers Union of Malawi, FUM, and the Malawi Union of Savings and Credit Cooperatives, MUSCO, are implementing the Malawi Lake Basin Program, a sustainable rural livelihoods development program in Malawi since 2006. It is funded by the Norwegian Embassy. The overall objective is to improve the livelihoods of rural communities by increasing their adaptive capacity to the impacts of climate change. The program is strategically looking at achieving increased community adaptation to impacts of climate change, increased agricultural productivity and diversification, strengthened farmer organizations, FOs, and entrepreneurship, improved policy, advocacy and enabling environment, increased empowerment of women, youth and vulnerable groups, strengthen and support of the local partners, MUSCO, FUM and NASFAM. We are here in Salima, and we are today meeting the lead farmer for Liwadzi cluster in traditional authority Kombedza. Initially, this family was struggling to harvest enough for both domestic use and for sale. But today, the story is different. This family is food sufficient. Conservation agriculture, crop diversification, and sustainable agricultural productivity are the main factors that have turned around this family's food productivity.
When I first heard that the Malawi Lake Basin program has embarked on encouraging farmers to follow the conservation agriculture, I did not hesitate. I used to be very poor, and I did not wait for everyone to remind me of my situation. I realized my weaknesses and felt that the Malawi Lake Basin has come to rescue me from the fangs of poverty. It is now that I have the proof that Malawi Lake Basin program is very beneficial. My wife and I, together with my children, are very happy for the bumper yield that we will have this year.
Obwino cluster in Mangochi is an example of groups of farmers that are benefiting from conservation agriculture. Rose Musawile is the lead farmer and shares her sentiments.
From the
year 2013 to 2014, we received agriculture extension workers in this area, and they have been encouraging us to adopt conservation agriculture. But today, look, I have maize on this side, groundnuts on that end, and now I have cowpeas on that other side. Having such crop diversification is helping me. I also joined a group of farmers and we sell our produce together.
Malawi Lake Basin program has impacted on people living with HIV. It has been training people living with HIV to live positively with HIV/AIDS. Food preparation, processing and utilization has been given the highest priority. Like many others, today, these people are living a good health. Establishment of herbal gardens coupled with training in food utilization and herbal processing are some of the activities being done to support the people living with HIV to live positively.
Things are all good. At our group, we encourage each other to grow potatoes, vegetables, and other crops. Here, I have used these amaranth vegetables and I will mix with tilapia and then sweet orange potato. And in so as a group, we are preparing dietary the 4 groups for lunch. And then later during dinner, we make a 2 food group to make it to 6.
Malawi Lake Basin program is promoting nutrition awareness and building capacity of smallholder farmers through open days, trainings and sensitization meetings aimed at promoting nutrition to the vulnerable groups and communities at large.
Here in our community, we are using some very important food supplements like artemisia, moringa, lemongrass, rosely juice, and others that are locally available. These are the food supplements that we, people living with HIV, are using, and as a supporting group, we encourage one another to use these food supplements, and this would help when the ARVs become unavailable. Therefore, if we continue using these food supplements, we are assured of living longer and stronger.
These communities are encouraged to utilize the locally available foods and fruits for nutrition boost from one food pot and 6 food groups to reduce cases of malnutrition among the under 5 children.
Malawi Lake Basin program taught us how we could be using the locally available foods in our surroundings. As such, we are making these food supplements for our own good. Meanwhile, I am encouraging all my fellow support group members to use these supplements even more. Also, to those that do not know about the benefits of these food supplements, to eat the orange potato that also improve eyesight.
While such people have regained their strength and stamina, they are now making tangible contribution to the socio-economic growth and well-being of their livelihoods, both at domestic and national levels.
Ineyo ndisanambe skuli imene iyi kumbali ya ulimi ndimankolima chisawawa.
Before I enrolled in the farmers' business school, I used to grow crops irregularly. I never thought I would take farming as business. Also, I did not know that there is need to properly demarcate the plots in my field. I could not calculate as to how much I would invest in a 1-acre land for maximum profit. But with the training and knowledge gained from agriculture extension workers, my kind of farming is now different.
In terms of awareness, Malawi Lake Basin Program has facilitated the following meeting here in Salima, where various extension workers and others are meeting to discuss ways of dealing with fall armyworms. The fall armyworms have destroyed many crops, rendering to reduced crop productivity. This meeting is to ensure that many people are aware of the ways to prevent and control the fall armyworm.
Considering the destruction that the fall armyworms caused in 2016 and knowing that the pest will be here for many years, the Malawi Lake Basin Program decided to bring together these agricultural extension workers. We are, therefore, sensitizing them on how they could help the farmers in the district deal with the pest. More importantly, we are equipping them with the skills and knowledge on how they could assist the farmers prevent and control these pests.
Members of Tokozani Farmers Business School are proud and happy farmers. Through Farmers Business School, this woman acquired important lessons and knowledge. She boasts to have ready markets for her farm produce. Over and above that, she has built a new and good-looking house right in her home village.
When I joined, I did not hesitate to share the lessons learned from our group. Members in the group chose various crops to plant. I planted tomatoes, which did very well. When I sold my tomatoes, I used the cash to build the walls of this house. I planted tomatoes again, and the money from the sales, I bought iron sheets for roofing. And this is how I have benefited from this.
A visit to Salima reveals the benefits that Malawi Lake Basin Program has on the promotion of farmers to attend study circles. Another beneficiary from the area says her life has changed for the better. While she is now taking farming as business, she is using the money realized from the sales of farm produce and is rearing goats and other livestock.
Before spending the money I made from selling my farm produce, I thought of buying a goat, and then the numbers grew.
Many farmers have benefited so much. As I speak now, many farmers are aware of what a vision means regarding food production. They also know what to do when they want anything concerning farming as business. As I speak, many farmers are enlightened and empowered. Those that were timid before are opening up and they talk freely about their vision because we always share ideas.
Study circles are also contributing to the reduction of the communication gaps that exist in the rural communities. Study circle materials not only offer the reading and discussion of issues from the materials, but also offer the groups an opportunity to exchange experiences and share their local ideas.
This area has been transformed. The Malawi Lake Basin program has been key in changing people's mindset regarding farming. This has enabled many people here practice modern farming methods and are also building houses with iron sheet roofing and acquire various needs for their households.
Realizing that only literate people can effectively contribute to the food safety and security, Malawi Lake Basin program uses Reflect methodology. It is one of the learning tools for communities to use when prioritizing developmental activities, either at a household or community level. It is from here where adult learning starts, which helps community members know how to read, write, and calculate. And for this to happen, there is need to identify training facilitators.
At Farmers Business School, we teach farming methods and we encourage farmers to practice tech farming as business. We teach them the requirements when farming. For example, we teach them how to come up with a gross margin. We also teach these farmers the business plan.
One of the members of Study Circle at Chisomo Cluster in Salima district says this has helped a lot in solving problems affecting their daily lives at household level as well as at the community level.
In the past, I used to plant and grow crops, but surely I was not reaping the benefits of my labor. But from this year, I have harvested a lot of maize. This is so because of the interest that I received from my savings with SACCO. I received and applied fertilizer to my crop, and I have all the hope that my bumper yield will help my family to be healthier.
Promotion of gender equality is paramount for the achievement of any meaningful development. This is slowly helping African countries make progress in areas such as gender parity in school enrollment, health, women representation in decision-making processes, and others. This group of people from various communities is up in arms in the adaptation of gender issues. Men who were resistant to change are now in the forefront encouraging women as they participate in all other responsibilities at household level.
At first, I was jittery to accept and adopt the gender equality issues. I could not as a man accept to do the work that was deemed feminine. So I initially could not take it. But later I was interested in getting the gist of it. It took me time to grasp the whole idea of gender equality. But later on, I discovered that it was good, and from that time I realized the value of doing things together with women. Meanwhile, I am happy to work together with my wife. I even do some house chores.
Promotion of Group Savings and Loans Associations, GSLAs, is another component that is seriously registering some positive life improvement in the communities where the Malawi Lake Basin program is working.
Instead of giving us money, they empowered us to stand firm. We were trained in various skills and methods of agriculture, and it is such skills that have enabled us to do better in our community. It is more than money because we are using these skills to improve our agricultural farming.
Another component that is crucial under the Malawi Lake Basin program is tree planting and regeneration. It continues to be one of the most important activities Malawi Lake Basin program is promoting annually. Its main objective is to achieve a sustainable environment which supports population pressure on wood demands, addressing land degradation, and mitigate against climate change effects. We have come to Gologolo Wayapuzi afforestation in traditional authority Kalonga in Salima district. People here have embarked on regeneration of tree planting. They are from various communities around the Puzi forest whose tree population has been dwindling at an alarming rate.
People were going to far places to fetch fuel. Women would spend long hours, and it became a big concern for us men fearing for their lives. This made us consider regenerating these trees. The rainfall pattern also has been sporadic and unreliable. Soil erosion is also having a negative impact on us. Much of the topsoil has been eroded, and we felt that planting trees will bring back our environment for our better life.
As a community, we agreed on the date to meet for various activities in our forests. On these days, we come during morning hours, and later in the afternoon, we resume our house chores. We noted that our lives were being affected negatively. As such, we embarked on conserving the environment by planting more trees.
We are encouraging people that are not taking this program seriously. Most of us are seeing the benefits of this program. Careless cutting down of trees could not end in a day, but for them to find trees for their business, it will be difficult. And so we are asking everyone to at least take part and plant a tree, 2 or 5, so that they too would benefit from this exercise.
Meanwhile, Malawi Lake Basin Program has established a number of agroforestry training centers. Climate-smart agriculture practices is what these centers are promoting, and the program is already bearing fruits. A visit to one of the centers shows how crucial this activity is, helping farmers improve and benefit from it.
Our main task here is to train farmers on how they could manage their crops using conservation agriculture methods. You may appreciate that with climate change, farmers are meeting a lot of farming challenges. So, this seminar is aimed at equipping them with knowledge on how they could benefit from such modern farming practices. This will surely assist their families if they seriously follow these basic farming methods. I used to just plant my crops the traditional way, and I was not able to harvest enough. But with this kind of training about conservation agriculture, I have all the confidence of having enough produce. I will also teach my fellow farmers back home so that they too can benefit as well.
I did not make glitches on this field. I demarcated my plot. I made 20 by 25 meters, and I followed conservation agriculture methods. Many people were not sure what I was doing because it was something new to them as well. When I planted maize, I applied green compost manure, and the results have been encouraging. I have a bumper yield.
Smoke from open fire and traditional cook stoves pose a serious threat to health. According to the World Health Organization, over 4 million people die prematurely every year from illnesses attributable to household air pollution from cooking with solid fuels. They also have low combustion efficiency, which leads to longer cooking time and increased fuel use. However, this is different with the Malawi Lake Basin Program's initiative, as witnessed at this household in Salima district.
We used to cook in traditional built kitchens, the round-shaped kitchen with no ventilation at all. As such, we used to suffer a lot and breathing was problematic. But when we were trained on how to make these stoves, everything changed. We are comfortable, just like you can see me. Besides, this kitchen have brought even our families together. When I'm cooking here, I always chat with my husband, who comes and stays right here. And when I cook, I just carry the food and hand over to my husband just around here.
The youths are also benefiting from Malawi Lake Basin Program interventions. This is Trisha. She's just finished her secondary school education. She is among the youths who got trained in vocational skills at Mikolongwe Vocational School, courtesy of Malawi Lake Basin Program. She studied tailoring, and after her successful completion, Trisha is back in her home village and comfortably making a living out of it.
The program came up with the opportunity for the youth to undergo various vocational training skills. I chose tailoring. I was sent to Mikolongwe Development Aid from People to People, where I spent 4 months. When I completed my course, I graduated and I was given the sewing machine to start my business. I never expected this gesture.
With the money that she makes from her tailoring business, Trisha is financially independent and helping her siblings.
I am looking after my siblings, and one of them is this sister here. I use my parents' home because it is a center point of business. I am able to feed myself and siblings. My parents are also dependent on me.
Besides helping and looking after her siblings, Trisha is a farmer. She grows groundnuts, which fetches good money for her needs and that of her family.
With the money realized from tailoring, I have been able to grow groundnuts for business as well. It has been keeping some cash, and gradually I had a capital of 36,000 kwacha. I use this cash to rent this field, find laborers, buying pesticides, and as you can see, the crop is promising. You can't compare with the other fields across here. I am serious with this farming and I plan accordingly.
These youths undergo various vocational training skills. They range from carpentry, electrical installation, fashion and designing, and bricklaying. With such skills attained from Mikolongwe Vocational Training Center and TVETA, many youths are now making a living out of their specialized services. They are sustaining their lives. In return, these youths are teaching others such vocational skills and in so doing enabling them to also make a living. Steve Pili plies his trade in Imangochi district. He is stationed at Nankumba Trading Center.
In the end, we started teaching our friends electrical vocational skills for free for 4 months, which was also a duration for our training course at DAP. They are quite progressing, and as I speak now, one of the guys went to Mzuzu Technical College for exams, which he passed, through the same skills we imparted to them from DAP.
Today, Malawi Lake Basin Program has reached out to thousands of benefiting communities in targeted areas of central and southern regions of Malawi. As it stands, the program has been regarded as the lifesaver to the less privileged who are now singing a song of joy.